Good day to all. My name is Lakshman. I am the technical director of this company. We are manufacturing equipments for waste management. This is a typical company situated in Chennai, India for waste management, especially for making use of unusable waste plastics into useful products without any pollution. Let us go into the plant. I will show you the plant in detail. Thank you. Now this is the equipment. This is the raw material. We are getting it from the municipal corporation. Totally unusable and recyclable plastic and other materials also. We can feed in wood, rubber, leather, chips, any material which is combustible can be used in this process. Material is fed into the bucket elevator. Then it goes into the hopper of that machine. Then from the hopper through a screw conveyor, it will be pushed into the reactor tube, where it won't allow any air or oxygen to go enter, and only the combustible material will go into the reactor tube. So the material from the conveyor fall into the hopper. From the hopper it goes through the conveyor, and it is a rotating tube. It's 14 meters long. Inside the tube, the material will be there. Outside will be heated by 3 burners. Initially, these burners will start with oil. Then once the temperature reached, and we start feeding the material, then within 20 minutes, the gas production will be there. Then the burners will run in the gas, and we switch off the oil use. This is a fast pyrolysis. Once the material enters into the reactor tube, it will get heated at the rate of 20 degrees per second. So by the time, the residence time of 11 minutes, the carbon powder and gas will be separated. The powder will come down due to gravity, and the gas will go onto the condensers. So the carbon powder comes into the cooler, it gets cooled to room temperature, then drops into the screw conveyor and will be collected at the end. The carbon collected underneath, the rest of the gas will go up and it flows through the 2 pipes. Both the pipes are water jacketed to cool it. So by the time the gas reaches the bigger tank, that will get cold and part of the oil is condensed there. Again, the non-condensable gas will go up and come back through the another tube to the second condenser. Both the tubes and the second condenser also water jacketed. So it gets cold and the oil will be collected in the storage tank. Then even if there is a gas, non-condensable gas will go through the another tube which reaches the gas collection tank. To this gas tube which is in yellow color, then it goes into the molecular sieve and then to the suction fan. We have 2 sieves, one for any maintenance or for any replacement. There are 2 fans also. Then that gas will go to the gas collection tank. The permanent gas collected is in this tank. Actually, after 20 minutes of feeding the material, we can get the gas. That gas then will be fed into the burners. So all 3 burners hereafter will run in the gas produced, which is as a byproduct of this process. Then we will switch off the use of oil for the furnaces. So it will become sustainable. The burners are running in the gas, produced gas. We still have some excess gas. Once the temperature started going beyond the limit, we pass on the gas to our generator, which is located there at the other end of the equipment. So then the power generator also will start running in the produced gas. So the plant will become totally sustainable. This is the final product of the carbon powder. It's totally a powder, dry, without any other material. Even the metal, anything there was removed by the magnetic separators. This is the oil we have produced in the first condenser. Condensation, we can get a clear oil. Even or otherwise, the black oil also can be converted through like this by distillation. Then the flue gas goes to the chimney and it will be released in the prescribed date of the Pollution Control Board. Considered one step further in the pollution reduction, even we do not want to leave the CO2 through the chimney. So we scrubbed water will be passed to the algae photobioreactors where the algae is grown that will absorb all the CO2 and make it as a biomass. The same biomass we can dry and use as a raw material for our pyrolysis. We are making polyhouse to dry the material because during the rainy season the material will be wet, so we keep 1 week of stock in the dry house. It's yet to be covered transparent poly sheet. Then the material will be fed into the conveyor to the plant, and the rest of the material will be drying the material dryer house. We do have the shredder for processing the waste tires. The waste tires first placed in this machine, which will cut the ring and the both sides. Then the sides and the ring will be fed into this machine to convert as a strip cutter. There both will be converted as in the form of the strip. Then the strip goes to this block cutter, where it will be converted into small blocks. Then the blocks will be fed into the shredder. We get a crump rubber which can be pyrolyzed. The carbon powder normally in this form, but it's a low value. So we would like to give a value addition to the carbon powder. So we are using this machine to convert the carbon powder into carbon pellets, which have a high calorific value and high density and less during the packing. This pellet will be utilized wherever the coal is used for boilers. Carbon pellet plant, instead of selling as a carbon powder, we would like to give value addition. So this pellet plant will convert the carbon powder into high density, high calorific value carbon pellets, which will be used in boilers instead of a coal. As a net result, this machine can be used to convert any combustible material, especially which comes in the municipal waste. Even whole municipal waste also can be converted into useful products without any pollution. And also the byproducts are the oil, carbon powder, which will be converted into pellets, and the gas. Now we are using the gas for production, heating of the furnace, and for running the generator to produce power. Still we have more gas, which comprises of 40% hydrogen and 60% methane. We have a proposal to convert the methane also into hydrogen, and both we can use it for the transportation purpose. It's a very good demand, and absolutely there is no air pollution or water pollution or noise pollution. Both will be under the limits of the Euro standards. This is our staff team who is responsible for installation, maintenance and operation of the plants. Very dedicated staff. They did everything on their own, and they are willing to do it wherever this plant wants to be installed. We are thankful to all of them for their dedicated services. Thank you.